I am back and not so nasally anymore, thank God. Today we're gonna go see Brightburn. I'm actually really excited because I just realized we're getting this a day before America or 2 days before America, which is pretty crazy because I just found out that Ma doesn't come out until August here, end of August, which I'm pretty annoyed about. And to be honest, I was on the fence of going to see Brightburn, so this made me want to go see Brightburn even more because I want to see as many horror releases as I can. I also asked you guys on Instagram if you wanted me to see this, and I was really surprised by the result. There's normally a lot more leeway, and I didn't know you guys were so excited about this film. Of course, I'm gonna keep it 100% spoiler free because I know a lot of you guys haven't seen it yet and you'll just wanna know if it's worth your time. I have heard mixed opinions, and right now it's sitting at 6.7 on IMDb with 2,500 reviews. So yeah, I've heard mixed. I've heard it's really good, and then from other people it's really bad. Fun fact about me is I don't really like superhero movies, so this should be quite interesting. Although I didn't mind the Venom movie, and this is more of an anti-superhero movie. If you guys didn't know, the film is about a anti-superhero, a little boy actually, who lands on planet Earth, kind of like Superman, and he is taken in by a human couple, and as he grows older, he decides to use his superpowers for evil. So it's an anti-superhero movie. I'm gonna go see this with my boyfriend Dean, who likes superhero movies, so it should be fun to see the differences. And it stars Elizabeth Banks, David Denman, and Jackson A. Dunn, who is the kid in the film. I think it's gonna be really interesting to see if I like this one, given the superhero action vibe. It's actually down as a horror sci-fi and not an action horror sci-fi, so should be very interesting. We'll see. I'm going in with kind of low expectations. I'm just going because you guys wanted me to and because I want to go to the cinema. But for the film, I could kind of take it or leave it at the moment. But we'll see. I might be really impressed because I haven't really got much to measure it up to in terms of superhero movies. Anyway, I'm going to get going and we're going to do Nando's again, as we always do. So I'm going to take you guys to a different cinema today as well. A little bit of a smaller one. So it might be more interesting for you guys to mix it up a little bit. Anyway, let's go. Oh my god, guys, I'm back from watching Brightburn. I'm actually back at home now because, as you saw, we walked to the cinema. It's not too far. We live in the city here. So instead of, you know, vlogging while I'm walking home and you guys can hear everyone else except for me, I thought I'd wait until I got home. Wow, that film was so different to what I assumed, but also it's exactly the same in a weird way. I will say the trailer gives away a lot, so that's why at the start of this video I did not show a lot of the trailer. It's hard to explain because it does give away a lot, but it also reserves a lot of the best parts of those scenes for you to watch in the cinema. I don't want to like give away too much, but wow, if you have seen the trailer like I did before I saw it, I knew what was going to happen a lot of the time, and it does give away kind of the storyline, how it unfolds, and you are waiting for scenes to pop up. But as I said, don't worry because there is a lot of good stuff in there as well, but you do know the main storyline. And I do want to say it's very straightforward. It's a very straightforward film, which is kind of what I was expecting, but I was expecting it to be more of a straightforward superhero film where it's definitely a straightforward horror film, which was very alarming to me. Taking my boyfriend, I was like, yeah, come see this, it's gonna be like Venom-ish, you know, like this kid, he's like evil, you know, goes and kills people, and it's just, I thought it was gonna be a straightforward like superhero horror movie, but it's not at all. It's very gory, graphic, and brutal, which I was totally not expecting, and I really liked it for that. I actually really enjoyed this film for a number of reasons. I thought that Elizabeth Banks played like the most sympathetic mother ever, the coolest mother ever, and she was really easy to get into. The kid, not so much, but I do think it's very intentional. The boy in this film has just turned 12, and then you know, he learns about his past. So he's a little bit messed up, you know, you're 12 years old, your body's changing, and you learn this crazy thing. 10 years ago, I did stupid shit. So when you're 12 years old and you have so much power and you're very confused, you make a lot of confusing choices that would be seen from like, you know, hindsight 2020 or us as an audience is really dumb. And I feel like a lot of people watching this film will think that a lot of decisions that the boy makes is really dumb, but also a lot of decisions by the characters around them is really dumb. But you need to like put yourself in the position where this is not a typical superhero movie, like this is not the X-Men whatever, where people know about people with superhero abilities. These people are just trying to do their best, and it's kind of unbelievable to them what's happening, which is very interesting to kind of look at them from that standpoint. But they are really trying, but it must be so confusing and so hard to figure out how they're gonna get hold of the situation. And I think for a lot of audience members, they're not gonna like that. They're gonna think that they make dumb decisions, blah, blah, blah. But I do think that you need to go in there thinking, hey, this is a 12-year-old kid. He's gonna be stupid, he's gonna be awkward. And that's something I really liked about the film, was that he was awkward. He wasn't like a smart kid. Well, he was technically smart, but he wasn't like a street smart kid, and he wasn't thinking with emotions. He wasn't emotionally smart. So I think that that was a really good play because, you know, he's like an awkward child. And I thought that was more realistic. I felt like a lot of parts of the film was very realistic, especially a lot of the gore. I also love the level of reveal they had for the kid and his background. It's quite minimal, which I like. And again, some people aren't gonna like this who go in it as a superhero perspective, but for someone in horror, it's definitely like a creepy kid movie. And I was not expecting that. Sounds really dumb, but I was expecting the normal storyline that is in there, but I wasn't expecting all of these awkward feelings and complications around it. The film really plays with the idea of parenting and what would you do if you're in this situation and you had a son who was inhuman and was stronger than you. And I think it's something so original and something we haven't seen at all before. This is not like any film I've seen before, which I really liked. It had a great mix of like this weird new superhero sci-fi thing we're going through, and then just brutal horror, and then kills in this movie. I'm telling you right now, it's worth it to see in the cinema alone. I do think people are going to be split on this film completely, and tell me what you think. If you didn't like this film, I'd like to know if it was because of, these are my two guesses, either you didn't like how the choices that the characters made or the ending. And I'm not going to say anything about the ending because obviously spoiler, but I think a lot of people will not like the ending, but I particularly really liked it. I really enjoyed this film compared to what I thought. I thought I'd probably just like go in and be like, cool, superhero, it's great. But I left kind of being shocked, disturbed. There was satanic-like moments in this film, which I was not expecting. And I think that a lot of you guys are gonna be pretty excited by this, and definitely by the kills, definitely. But for me, I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 10. I thought it was a great ride. I thought it was very original and caught me off guard. I hope you guys enjoy Brightburn when you get to go see it, and if you are still undecided, go see it. I'm telling you as a recommendation, go see it. As I said, 50-50 on this film, definitely for some people. But for me, who falls into the horror category, I liked it, and I hope you guys will too, and you can find the originality out of it. So I hope you guys are having a great day. I'm actually going to do a live stream next week, so keep your eyes out for the details on that. I haven't come up with them just yet, but I will let you know in a future video. If you follow me on Facebook or on Instagram, I'll let you know like 100 times over there, so that's probably the best place to find out. But I love you guys so much, and thank you. I hit 25K, which is insane, and I really appreciate all of your lovely messages along the way. I hope you guys are having a great day, and stay safe.